Good morning, everybody. So I thought I would do a bit of like just a post-show wrap-up thoughts and feelings kind of video. I've done a fair bit of filming the last couple of days, so I'm gonna put out, hopefully, not hopefully, now that I'm gonna have the time, I'm going to put out like a show day vlog. But I thought I'd lead with a post-show thoughts and feelings. So, to start, I'm very happy. I'm genuinely very happy. I started this prep like a year ago. I worked really hard in the time. It wasn't all just cutting and getting ready for shows. A lot of it was doing a lot of homework and nursing injuries not really nursing injuries. I never really had an injury, but just like putting in the time where when bodybuilding is your business and your job, you should be putting in some more time. So I was kind of I've had a year of being a bodybuilder full time, and it has been very fruitful. Last 2 weeks ago in Queensland, amazing day, killer day. The show went awesome. Pull off a heavyweight class win. Get to perform my routine. I love performing the routines. When I was younger, I was saying it to my mum at lunch yesterday after. When I was younger, my mum used to make me, she had 5 kids, so I'm sure she just wanted some alone time or something. I'm not mad, but when I was younger, I was maybe I must have been 7 years old. After school, Mum would drop Bella and I off twice a week to dance. We lived in a small town, so there wasn't heaps going, so we went to the PCYC and we'd go and do dance. And they'd put on performances and stuff every so often, and I was the only boy there, so I always would get these lead roles and stuff. So I'd be out on the stage by myself doing solo dances that I can't forget all the moves for when I'm 7 years old in front of hundreds of people. So and even my mum said back then, my special ability is to not forget any of the steps to the dances, which is great. So I said to her over lunch yesterday, I was I've hated that forever, but I'm only seeing now how much that's actually become such a useful thing. So just remember, there are really no accidents. So just whatever you're going through, if you don't like it, just wait it out. But yeah, so back to yesterday. Yesterday was great. I woke up, I felt great. My attitude was great. I couldn't lose yesterday no matter what happened. And I didn't. So I was thinking all the way back to just Rego and getting my number. In Queensland I was 34, at the show I was 43. And I remember I looked at it, and if you're not spiritual and stuff like that, that's totally fine. But I very much am, and my spirit and my faith has guided my life. And so I largely and almost 100% attribute any of my success, especially in bodybuilding, which was birthed from a spiritual encounter that I've had. I attribute all of my success to the Spirit and God and being divinely guided to what's going to be my destiny. And that's why it's so important to live and follow your heart and do what you feel has been given to you. You need to live with your passion, because your passion is what's going to help you endure the process. Because if you don't love what you do, you're going to get crushed by the process, because the passion's not there. The passion is what, and bodybuilders know. You know what gets you up at whatever the fuck hour of the morning when you're starving? I know what gets you up. It's the thought of shredded glutes getting you out of bed in the morning, matched with you haven't eaten since 4 PM the previous day, so you're ready to rock and roll. And So yeah, so back to the number. I knew that it was going to be, I knew it was an omen when I saw it. I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. But in hindsight, I understand. And, you know, when we were driving to dinner last night to see Matt and Mel when we went to Eat Street, when we were driving last night, God's voice hit me in the car like a ton of bricks. So what I thought, I'm just going to break it down for you. I'm probably not going to edit this video, I'm just going to chat and then I'm going to post it. So forgive me for any shit talk, but so I thought maybe this is just going to be like it's a good sign, and it was a good sign. But what I've realized is that 43 and 34 numbers were both two sides of the same coin, and that one day you could rock up and you could walk away with the wins and all that stuff and have it all one day, and you can rock up 2 weeks later and have none of that. But that doesn't mean you can't still win, and that's something that I really have come to learn, because I know I'm a good bodybuilder. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm a good bodybuilder. You'd think after 9 years of doing anything you'd be pretty good at it. So this has been my life for 9 years. I've been able to do it full time for 1, and it's only made me better. And now I've got a coach in Ross who, you know, it's just so important for you to have a coach that believes in you for real, all right? Because there's a lot of them, and I've had them, that will believe in you to a point, all right? And when you're an athlete, that point is you're going beyond there, all right? So you really need to have a coach that backs you 100%. So athletes watching this, if your coach is trying to talk you out of your dream, pick a new one, okay? Pick a new one for yourself, because as a high-level athlete, and this is how I explain it to people, as a high-level athlete, you really have 2 seats, all right? There's a seat here behind you, and that's where your partner's going to sit. That person is your rock. And then on this side of you, behind you, there's another seat, and that's your coach or your mentor or whoever you're working with. So if either of these seats, this one is good. I love Hannah so much, I'm not getting rid of her. But just hear my metaphor. If these seats, these people are your closest, right? And this is where your advice comes from. This is essentially your counsel sitting either side of you advising you. If these people are starting to work almost against you in a way, free up those seats. Free up those seats so someone else can sit in them, because there's only 2 seats there. Don't just let them stay and start to crush you. You want to keep that momentum moving forward. Yeah. So anyway, yesterday I didn't place, but I had the best day. I honestly had the best day. I saw so many people. It's so good to see so many people from interstate, you know. I saw so many people. I had a great time on stage. I've never had that many people screaming for me before, and that's awesome. I honestly felt like the crowd favourite when I was on stage, and I'm happy to take that over the win. So, you know, what I'm trying to get back to is that winning isn't everything. Losing shouldn't crush you, and losing almost doesn't really exist, and this is what I'm trying to say, because what I realised yesterday is I have unwavering belief that I'm going to be a professional bodybuilding athlete in time, all right? I have no doubts in my mind, and a lot of people who come in contact with me, they just believe that shit immediately because you can tell, all right? And I know it in my heart. So I've had a really successful amateur career so far. But what you cannot win every single show, all right? I've won most of them. I've won most of the ones I've been in recently, so to not win is exactly what I needed, because I had to learn how to win without winning there, if you understand what I mean. Because, and I touched on it on my Instagram story, but the placings is arbitrary at the end of the day if everything else is a win. Nothing can be done by the time you get to the venue or whatever, like an hour before stage, whatever. Nothing can really be done. You and everyone else who made it to the stage, you're really all celebrating, and it's great. Like the guys that I competed against yesterday, those dudes, like honestly, fucking hit me up. These guys were sick, such nice guys. So, walking away from the show, I feel every part of a winner as though I won, even though I didn't get that placing, and that's totally fine with me, and I'm happy about it. I'm honestly happy. These shows are getting better. The athletes are getting better. I just turned 26 last week. I don't expect to beat these guys who have been in the game for longer than I've fucking been alive. I don't expect to always beat them. And that's okay, because, more time in the oven, you can't take that cake out of the oven too early. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a shit, deflated cake, and no one's going to eat that shit. So, you just have to have faith in your trajectory, really. You just have to trust your trajectory, and you just have to keep doing your thing. So we're going to keep doing our thing, and we're going to be successful at it, because we already are, and I'm just looking forward to whatever's next. So whatever's next can wait, because today we're just going to cruise around, kind of have a day off, just enjoy some food and some good company and rest. So I hope when I watch this back sometime after I upload it, I hope when I watch this back I've conveyed all the things that I've tried to say. If I haven't, then there might be more videos coming, but winning isn't everything, you guys, and you need to learn how to win when you don't win, because you bodybuilders, athletes, IFBB, whatever, wherever you compete, you put so much into this. If all you're hoping for is placing, you're kind of missing the point. So, to everybody who competed, well done. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And to me, I think I did really good, and I'm proud of me. I'm proud of my team. I'm honoured to be in the position that I am in my life. Honestly, I am living the life that I dreamed of when I started bodybuilding, and I owe it all to bodybuilding, God, those around me, and the IFBB for existing and giving us athletes who do what we do a stage at such a high level to perform and celebrate and just hit some mad shots and make the crowd scream, because I love that. That's fun. My favourite part of competing is the actual competing part. Being the best is not everything. Competing is fun. I'm a competitive person. There's not a whole heap of competing in bodybuilding because you're just training all the time. So when it comes to compete, I love it. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys enjoy whatever the fuck I just spoke about for however long I was talking about it. I'll talk to you soon.